Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, January the 11th, 2022. Wednesday, January the 11th, 2022. Well, it's all right. It's just all right. We have Victor proceeding to interject himself into Chelsea's life. Now, he already talked to Adam about he and Nikki having time with Connor. And Adam says, yes, that can be arranged. I will talk to Chelsea about a schedule. That wasn't good enough for Victor. He had to go over to Chelsea's house and she's trying to figure out, okay, what's he want? What shoe's about to drop? What's going on here? I'm concerned about you. And I helped you in the past, when you poisoned Ray Rosales and I made sure you did no jail time. And she's looking at him like, wait, are you trying to, where are you going with this, right? I'm just saying, no. I'm just saying that I'm you're part of our family. I will do whatever it takes to help you as well. So, Nikki and I, we love Connor. It's not good for the boy to be around. You're struggling from something, and I don't know what it is, but something's going on. It's not good for the boy to be around this. Wait, huh? It's not good for him to feel like he has to solve adult problems. She goes, Connor doesn't feel that way. Connor's happy. Connor's thriving, Victor. But I'm happy that you and Nikki love him because she was like kind of like you could never have enough love. But where you going with this? I mean, if you need to take a break, if you need to get away, Nikki and I'll take care of the boy. I'm sorry. The boy has a father. So no, you don't make arrangements for when if I choose to go away, I will talk to the boy's father about the arrangements. I'm thinking, see, Victor, he can't leave well enough alone. He can't. There is nothing in the whole entire situation that Victor should feel like he needs to talk to Chelsea. Period. But he sure did. Imposed himself. Sure did. He didn't try to intimidate her, but his whole mere presence intimidates, right? Just the mere presence of him, because you don't know where he's coming from. You don't know what his real true motives are. So don't ever tell him nothing confidential ever, right? Unless you're one of his kids and you could tell him you killed somebody because he's going to cover that up. But even his kids didn't tell him they did that. He interjected himself, right? I was like, Adam showed up. He knocked on the door. Chelsea, are you here? I was happy he did. Because he walks in, he goes, what is he doing here? And she goes, he wanted to talk about Connor. And he goes, you know what? Anything that you need to know about Connor, you come through me. I'm going to tell you right now, you come through me. He said, I'm just, because she'll never tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. Chelsea is off limits to you. Off limits. You don't go directly to her for nothing. You come through me. Right? We just let her know, Nikki and I love the boy. He goes, good, great, pretty much good, great. Don't let the door hit you. See ya. So Victor leaves, and of course he goes see my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Goodness gracious. Next, they're going to write in by the end of this summer that they're breaking up again, divorcing for divorce number 11. There we go. My baby, my baby. So they're talking. He said, yo, this is the boy. There's something going on with her. Did you see the way that Adam and Victoria they stayed close to her? Something's up. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. If Victoria was comfortable with Chelsea being there and protective of Chelsea, leave it alone. Because Chelsea's not Victoria's favorite person. So for Victoria to be acting that way regarding Chelsea, they have to have a valid reason. Oh man, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Okay? So anyway, we have Chance, of course, going by to see um, his, you know, going by to see his BFF Sharon. Yeah, and they look, they making Sharon look good, preppy, got her hair really flowing. I mean, she's, yeah. Chance need to go for that, right? Which he is. They subtly, slowly are. Uh, so, and he's smiling at her, and she's, smiling at him. They're making their next dinner tasting date, and Abby's like, you know how Abby. So she goes over, Chance, and soon as he looks away from Sharon, because he caught her voice and he looked at her, he was back to Abby. I need to speak to you, Chance. She was like, oh, you know what? You need anything, let me know. Out of here. She takes him on the patio. Um, I haven't seen you smile like that in a long time. She wanted to say, what's going on with you and Sharon? That's what she wanted to say. But she's like, he goes, haven't had anything to smile about. And what did you need to speak to me about? Is Dominic okay? Actually, he didn't say, what did you need to speak to me about? He goes, is Dominic okay? Yes. Everything is straight with him? Yes. Then what did you need to speak to me about? In other words, if it's not about our son, look, you keep it stepping, girl. Keep it stepping. So she goes, I just wanted you to know I'm moving out of the Chancellor Mansion. He says, why? Because it's your family's house and it's not fair. And I don't want you to think that I'm taking it. But he goes, Chance is thinking, I can't remember the last time I lived in that mansion. I only did with you. Before that, did I ever? Really? So he goes, oh, okay. So you're ready to move out of the Chancellor Mansion to move right in with Devon. And she goes, what would make you think that I would do that? Devon and I, what did she say? Devon and I are still just something, some lie she told him. Because bottom line, Devon and I were just knocking boots on the couch yesterday. No, Devon and you are not just co-parents to Dom. No, Abby, no. She goes, I wouldn't just move from the Chancellor Mansion into Devon's house. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would in a heartbeat. Because what you would say is Dominic has had he goes a lot of changes and upheavals. At least this place he knows. That's why we're here. That's exactly what you would say and what you would do. It's what you would do. You wouldn't go back to your own house that's been empty for years now. Well, not years. She and Chance only been married a year, a little more than a year. Because when he was dating her, she was living in her own house. Abby has a house, the Carlton house, right? So he says, well, you know what? I can't tell you what you would or would not do, but don't forget, I walked in on you on the couch, Abby. So no, you and Devon's relationship isn't just that, right? And he's raised his voice and she's like, walks out of there upset, right? So he ain't having it. And you know what? They're at least letting him have an honest reaction about a man who walked in on his wife on the couch with another man, and another man that I've had some insecurities, not because you're really, well, yeah, he has said, you defend him a lot. You and we've been friends for years. We're best friends. We've been friends for years. You would throw that, Dom is only comfortable with him because he's known him longer. I mean, yeah, no, Abby, right? So anyway, we have Lily. Billy showed up looking good. I haven't seen Billy look that dressed, hair looking that good in a while. I was thinking, Lily, you need to take that man back, right? So he did the whole pick a hand just to humor me, and she picked one. It was the Valentine. He had covered her desk with last Valentine's Day, although I can't remember her desk being covered Valentine's Day. But anyway, so he was just saying, Lily, I woke, tossed and turned all night, and when I woke up this morning, no, I had to come over here. She's like, well, why? He goes, because Lily, I don't want to give up on us. I love you. I feel like what we have, we could fight for. And Lily is like, you know, Billy, we were so good. And she goes, this is a thoughtful gift. She goes, we were so good when we were good, but we haven't been good in months. We haven't been. And just trying to rekindle, where would we start from? She said, if it's one thing that that horrible therapy session made us both look at, is what do we have in common? And she said, we have nothing in common, Billy. We have nothing. We're just so two fundamentally separate, different people. And he goes, but that's what made us work. She goes, yeah, but we still had a major part of our life in common, was our career, our jobs. We worked together, our career. We had that major in common. Matter of fact, she's like, so, you know, it's there. You helped me through the breakup of my marriage from Kane, even though she had already been divorced from Kane. I don't know what she's talking about. She came to town when and Jill offered her the job at Chancecom, right? She had been separated to Kane for a while. And, you know, getting out of jail, not getting out of jail, yeah, but she had been out of jail for a while. She ran that nonprofit near the jail before they decided to really bring Lily back on contract, right? She was reoccurring at best. And so she's like, and wait, where was I going with that? See, goodness, I forgot all that talking about Lily's past, made me lose my train of thought, y'all. Just talking about how, no, she owes so much to him. He was there for her and he helped her find this part of herself, this confidence, this part of herself that she had just thought she had lost. So she thanked him for that, you know. So did she kiss him or did she just hold his face? I don't know. She may have kissed him. But anyway, she just said, it's over. No, we can't rekindle this. We can't. So as she was leaving, as he was leaving, her phone rang. She goes, that's Jill. I better get this. And he goes, okay, I'll get out of your head, but good luck with that. She goes, you too. And so she goes, yes, Jill. And then all you see is, he did what? And I thought, but Devon had been calling her saying, Lily, I'm trying to reach you. I need to talk to you. Give me a call. She just hasn't been calling him back, right? Because Devon for Lily is an afterthought. Psh, psh, that IPO is happening. Psh, psh, get over it. You knew it was. Jill and I decided, right? So needless to say, she goes barging into Devon's place and she's telling him what a traitor he is. She's telling him he stabbed her in the back. And he goes, what do you mean I stabbed you in the back? You are He goes, no, I'm not stabbing you in the back. Only thing I'm going to do is separate Hamilton Winters. I want my company back. You know, has nothing to do with stabbing you in the back. You are trying to sabotage the IPO. He goes, Lily, I'm not trying to sabotage the IPO at all. He says, you and Jill can still launch your IPO just without my company and me. We merged them to be a family company. We did all this to, you know, to honor. You always talk about honoring our father. We did this to honor our father. He said, let me tell you something. Yeah, we merged it so that we can move it and leave a legacy to our children. She says, but when you go public, Lily, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You lose control. But we gain so much. He goes, you know what? You and Jill can still gain it. Just leave me out. Let me out of it. Leave me out of it. And so she goes, you talk about, you know, Jill thinks this has to do with what happened between you and Lily. And he looked at her, I mean, you and Abby. And he looked at her, he goes, Jill could think whatever she wants. I don't care what Jill thinks. He says, you know, I have not been on board with this. He says, as a matter of fact, I should have been more honest with you. And I apologize for that. I didn't want to merge the companies to begin with, but I did it for you. He goes, and it hasn't set well with me at all from day one. It really hasn't. And now that you and Jill took this turn to wanting to make it go public, no, I'm going to follow my own mind. No. Well, you are stabbing me in the, he goes, as your brother, I'm telling you, this is the best thing for me. Oh, you gonna try to use the brother card? You gonna try to use the, no, you talk about family. Neil would never go for this. You're acting just as selfish as Victor Newman. And I thought, not at all, Lily. Not at all. You're coming in, pulling a tantrum. You pulled the sister card to get him to merge the company. You pulled the sister card. He didn't want to do it. He, as a matter of fact, told you no the first time. No. Okay? You are completely ignoring what he's saying, his wishes, you and Jill. And you are so used to being the older sibling and your brother doing what you want, which here's the thing. Devon has never done what she wanted, ever. She didn't want him to be with Hillary. He didn't care. She hated Hillary. He didn't care. She worked for him and Neil. They launched her little division. And guess what? And actually, no, she didn't work for Neil. She worked for, yeah, it was Hamilton Winters. It was Hamilton Winters, because when he found out she caused the accident, he shut her little division down. He's like, oh no, you can't work. Oh no, you can't work in here. Well, plus she was going to go to trial anyway, right? And she went to jail. But no, she goes, Neil would hate this. And I thought, is this the Neil that I've watched on The Young and the Restless for years? Neil never would have went for it going public. Never. Neil would not have done that. That's a Jill move. See, she's so mistaken. Neil, no. Jill wants this. Lily, you didn't even come up with this or want it. Jill wanted it. Just out the blue, Jill decided to do this. Neil never would have decided that. And Devon knows it. And I hope, and I see it, I really feel in his gut that he is not going to cave, because it'll be a wrong move if he does. They need to do them. They need to do them. And then they need to see that IPO was a bad idea from day one. Bad idea. So anyway, she goes pouncing, snatching her purse, pouncing out of there. And Devon is just looking like, oh shoot, well, doggone it, my sister's mad at me. Anyway, so of course Abby turns up. And he goes, and he's looking at he's opening the door, he's looking all. So then she goes, I know I should have called. Is this a bad time? He's like, no, come on in, He goes, tell me honestly, are you really? He goes, I'm happy to see your face. Is that the truth? Are you really happy? I don't feel that I should always be coming over here, to just hang on your every word, or I'm burdening you with. He goes, come in here. He goes, no, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. And your face is the face that I want to see right now. So she comes in the door, right? And she's going to talk about what Chance did. He's going to talk about what Lily said, and they're going to lean on each other, both of them. So then we have Billy. We go to the next scene. Billy's just sitting on the floor outside of Chelsea's door because he has nowhere else to go. Nowhere. So she opens the door and she sees him sitting down on the ground, and she's like, Billy. And he's just sitting there. See, here we go. Billy left to find himself. Left Chancellor Winters to find himself, to find his path. And he doesn't have a path. And what was being said was, what Lily is saying is, you're using Chelsea as a diversion. So now you could just go in that direction full-fledged, which is true. Yes, Chelsea needed help, but Chelsea's getting very, very strong now. Chelsea is building herself up. As a matter of fact, I really love the interaction when Adam was there. He told her, Chelsea, let's get out of here. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go do. And so she goes, you know what? I'm still navigating the outside world right now. No, I don't want to go out. He goes, well, we can order take-in. We can. She goes, you know what, Adam? Thank you, but I just want to be alone. But even Adam offered, right? But she's gonna take Billy in, except for what you could clearly see, Billy is her friend and he's in distress, so she is gonna comfort him, but watch him end up in the sack. Watch that happen. So that is it for the Young and the Restless. Let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. I do not have the comments ready, but let me cue them up right this moment on comment corner. Here we go. Let's see what we have on comment corner. Comment corner, we have LaShanta says Victor and Michael already had Audra and Tucker investigated, put together Tucker's plan, but said nothing. Oh, really? If they did, then guess what? He's going to be pissed when he finds out Audra's working for Newman Enterprises, right? For Newman Media. I can't wait until all of them fall on their faces. If Ashley would have asked Victor, she would have saved a lot of time and headache. What would he have told her? He didn't tell her to begin with. He didn't even tell Nikki. So I don't know. Victor would have said nothing. Nikki didn't even know. I can't wait until this caper, Jack and Diane, pull off on Nikki. Pulls off on Nikki. Jack will learn about DD. Oh, DD. He's going to give Victor his reason to get Adam back from Newman. Watch. Because he's plotting Adam's downfall, and Nikki never stood up for him. Never, of course not. Nate is so green with envy over Devon, he hired Audra. Snakes together. Elena just told Nate she didn't trust her. How about them gonna work together? Nate and Audra and Vicky and Elena, she should have to stay with Devon. She should have to stay with Devon. He told her Nate, he told her Nate changed. Well, she told Devon Nate changed too. I don't like how Kyle is rude to Phyllis. Summer says nothing. Yeah, I know. She was just begging her mother. And so she wanted to apologize, accept it. Why Summer's got to discuss with Kyle? I know. Let's see. Discuss with Kyle about a voice in the family. Everything Phyllis told her is coming to pass. Jack, that's right. Jack, donkey, is burning his bridges for Diane. Hope she is worth it. Carrie Jo says, I find it odd that Diane is so scared of Stark, then did a 360-degree and said she could handle him. What happened to the fear of him? I know, exactly. Carrie Judd says, you're right. I don't trust Daniel. And Aunt Neater says, I guarantee the writers forgot this. Devon gave Lily money. Jill money. Devon gave Jill money to buy Chancellor from Victor's. Is that where Jill got the money from? I could not remember that. Thank you so much for that history. Devon gave her the money for it. He should have kept part ownership of it. Then he would have had the majority, right, everybody? And Libby says, I didn't know that. Thanks, Inc. I was working for many, many years and missed a large chunk of this show. LaShanta says, why Jill tell Lily Devon wants his company because of what happened with Abby? Probably she's mad because Chance is her son. A grandson. Chance is her grandson. She had nothing to do with it. Yeah, exactly. Libby is responding to LaShanta. And then why didn't Jill let Devon tell Lily after he gave her the courtesy of talking to her first? She went tattling a schoolyard rat fink, like a schoolyard rat fink. Carrie Jo says Jack deserved what he gets. Libby says, My sweetie just asked me who I was talking to. I was answering your question. You know, what's stupid about Jack and Diane's plan? I shouted everything to my computer. I love talking back to videos. Okay, that's right. I told you. What's wrong with that stupid plan? Um, maybe maybe Elena might give up doctoring and go COO for Lily or Tessa. I know. Where's Lily gonna get her CEO from? COO from? Artists take artist types turning into big executives seems to be the thing on this show. Not that it matters because no one ever seems to do their job anyway. And when they are, they're standing in front of the water cooler shouting the sizzle, or having sex with against the office door, blah. Yeah, I know, or on the couch. QOTD. Oh, see, I told you to say that out. Question of the day, Lily. Libby had to figure that out. Question of the day. You got to get back to Salem because days of our lives is waiting on you. Oh, quote of the day. See, I still didn't get it right. It's quote of the day. Okay. That's what I said about Ashley. Why did you type that in parentheses? So I would have known what that meant, Libby. Anyway, Sherry says, I didn't know Ashley was on another show. She's been on that other show for the years, probably 10 easy days of our lives. She has a very long running character there. They've been sharing Ashley Abbott for years. Her character is not Ashley, it's somebody else, but yeah, she's on another soap opera. So anyway, that's it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner. Thank you for your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.